What are these? Tons of skulls. I need a refuse pile to deal with these skulls. Someone's doing it, supposedly. Why do we have 10 idlers if we have people doing things? Who's idling? A miner makes sense. How is a hauler not having a job? Hold on. Profession. Collapse all. Why do I have haulers not hauling? Or pretending like they don't need to? They're all green. They are all green across. They're just not doing it. Not much I can do against that. If they're going to be goofy bastards, they're going to be goofy bastards. I can't fix this. Nothing I can do. While they do this, down below, what was I doing? No, up above? I was over here. About to say, I was doing something somewhere. Build trap pressure plate. Water does trigger. I want water to trigger at 6. I want water, when the water gets to be 6 deep, I want it to trigger to open that door, yes. Oh wait, no. What do you mean resets? One use, yeah, resets. Water does trigger from 6 to 7. If I can get the water to 6, trigger. And we'll use this as an automated thing to work on that one. Now, fuck. It's not a lever system, is it? Can you do a lever on a pressure plate to turn a pressure plate off? I want to do an overriding switch because I'm going to need to work in that room at one point. You have totem the skulls, put skulls in bins, sell skull bins? What do you mean I have one? I do not have one staircase. I have one major central stairwell with multiple staircases in it. We're saving though. We're gonna have to wait a sec. I can't prove my point. You asked what it sounded like. Ah. Let me see this here, like. What do I sound like? Do I sound like an awesome god of justice? The fortress will plague us to the end of our days. 1,000. Why? Exist. Even the dwarves will be like. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I don't know why it did that. No clue. That doesn't even sound like an audio cord being pulled out. That's just like it garbled itself. It's kind of weird. Okay. We'll come back to the cloth bins again in a second. How's this water doing? Build construction wall. We're doing decent at filling it. Up here, we're starting to get down in the ones and twosies, so we can start walling that off at some point soon. As a matter of fact, if I can reach in, no, there's too many twos. I'm not gonna deal with it constantly giving me that alert. Oh my god, we canceled. Oh my god, we canceled. Why are you doing this fresh hell upon us? We had to cancel so many times. Oh. Then up here, I want to build a floor out to cover this with wall so nothing can pierce from above. So build construction floor. As weird as this one's going to be. Oh wait, they can't even access this, can they? Oh no, we can. Don't you lie to me, game. Don't you lie to me. So on this floor, we're going to build out a floor. So the left side, we can do wall, remove floor, do wall, remove floor, do wall. We're going to make this Z level be wall so that nothing can pierce from up here to down here. Just in case. We don't want an errant catapult shot, maybe causing a glitch or a fake cave-in or something with a tree, piercing a hole into our base, letting the enemies straight into the heart of our base. We don't want to do that. The bin hurt. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Those revenge of the bins. We should have known. We should have known we couldn't stand up to the bin's ultimate power. Something, bin, dark side. All right, gems sorted themselves. Did this get built? No, wait, yeah. Yeah, it just looks really weird. All right, that got built, which means the upper right corner should be clear, or should be clearable. Slated for workshop. What is you? You are another sheet thing with a bin in you. God, do I hate bins. This bin has nothing in it, so I'm dumping this bin. This bin, what do you have? You have weapon components. Why? Probably because what happened is the new thing doesn't allow bins, so this got left behind. When they're all done, whatever. BBC, we'll reclaim these. Yeah, no, we have a bunch of things that need to be dumped. We're just waiting for the dwarves to become available to do it. What is this? Oh, it's just like coffers and stuff that were left behind when I got rid of the... Okay, that's fine. No one cares. Your base is... Oh, no. No, no, no. You're... Domine. Domine, Domine. How dare you? You have sunk to a new low, Domine, and you should feel bad about your choices in life. You should think about them and then feel bad. Build, workshop, carpenters. Little sad face. Okay. I feel sad. No, I'm gonna make all of you out of andesite blocks. And we'll move the wood stockpile up north to get it out of there. South looks like it's already trying to do a refuse, so we'll modify that. To the east, we'll change up that one to get the leather working. Refuse, like I said, looks like it's trying to be down south. Like there's a refuse pile, but another refuse pile. Like, why do I have multiple refuse piles? Like, I clearly screwed that up. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, you don't say. Oh. And then we can get the melting things. So we still have a ton of stone. All right, here's kind of what I want to do. What stones am I putting up here right now? Obsidian? That didn't sound right. Apparently obsidian's what I'm putting up here. Good choice, me. Now, what are all the stones over here? Is there a stone that's not obsidian or something useful? Nope, this is all stuff for metals. Alright, so don't touch that. Their bedrooms. I need to start working on... Was this turned into a temple? I set these up, I never turned this into the new temple. Alright, assign location, the systemic chapel. There you go. Temple is over there. Don't have to deal with that temple anymore. That way some people can meet in the temple if they so desire. Cutie Danny boy, welcome to the stream. Are you crying, Nico? Did I say the thing and it make you cry? Are you very sad? How dare he? He insulted my sensibilities. You mean has become a bone? I'm gonna have to straighten out their jobs again later. Getting a lot of idlers now. Nico, then yeah, Nico. I am going to be doing an arena, but like, I barely have the idlers to do the jobs I'm doing. If I initiate another major project before the halfway point, I'm never gonna get my current projects done before the halfway point. Do we still have the trapped were-dwarves? Yes and no, Domine. The ones that were trapped down here got out. And they infected 2 new dwarves, and they are now trapped in the hospital. Another thing I have to do, which is kill these were-dwarves. I have to find a way to kill them without letting them out and getting me. Like, admittedly, I could cheat in water. It would be cheating, but I could cheat in water. Just to get rid of the damn dwarves, the were-goats. Because I'm tired of them existing. They're obnoxious. They don't do anything except cause alerts. Make people be scared occasionally. Yeah, people are already using the temple. Good. BT dubs. BT doubles. Nope, that's what I thought. Citizens only. I don't want random people here. I have random people here now, don't I? Guild representative. Couple of humans. Oh, we still got that Hydra I gotta use. I gotta set up a trap up top for that Hydra at some point. Alright. Has this been built or not? Needs mechanics. Do I have to have a mechanic because he did the things. Here he comes. Speaking of being paranoid, he shall appear. Also, I'm going to cover all of this floor just so I don't have to risk there being fungi or something else growing in here, making it look weird. I don't want to look weird. Is this stone, by the way? It's clay, so I can't smooth it, can I? That would have been the best, but I suppose I shan't get it this day. Were-dwarves are bad? They're bad when they try to kill the rest of your dwarves. Yes. They're very, very bad. Add new task. Link you to a floodgate. There we go. Now, if there's enough water, it'll dump the water back in. Kind of want to see, I think there's a way to override that though. Or can I change the setting now? Link up, gear assembly, bridge. In a lever, link up to a pressure plate though. Southeast waterfall, Gabbro letter. Pressure plate, am I crazy? You cannot link up to a pressure plate. That's floodgate. There's probably a way to force an override. I'm not doing that right now though. I'm getting stuck in thought. In thoughts that will lead nowhere. Alright, how much cloth do I still have? Llama wool yarn, dump. Good, done with you. Now, who wants to take the bet on whether or not I have 10 to 12 dwarves who don't have their pants on? Because for some reason, no matter how many pants I make, none of them ever wear pants. My over-under is... Yeah, I'm going to say 11. I'm going to do it right in the middle. Over 11, under 11, or exacto, I have that many dwarves who still don't have pants on. I need to start like getting like a gambling thing into my chat just so people can gamble on whether or not my dwarves are doing sensible or dumb things. All right, that's those bins done. I don't have to worry about them anymore. That got moved. This is not yet. Do I not have... No, I have to have a siege engineer. Someone built it up above. I have to have a siege engineer. Would they? No, yeah, no. They're a bit dumb. Unnecessarily dumb. As a matter of fact, read. Let's see what we're showing. Cast. Equipment. All the way around. So, you guys had your chance. Needs pants. 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 5. Nope, that's just feet. We won't count him. There's your 5. Pants. Think 6. 7. It's gonna be close. 8. 9. 10. Under. Anyone who thought to themselves under, you win. It is in fact 10 that still somehow magically don't have pants, despite me constantly ordering nothing but pants. There you go. 10 more trousers. Maybe they want the skirts. You know what? You know what? Let's try it. Cloth. Where's skirt? Or is that dress? It's dress, isn't it? Whatever, we'll just do it like that. We'll see what they generate. I just want them to actually do it. And while I'm here, since we're starting to get a couple of these available, why not actually bother to fill in this hallway? Why not? Why not indeed? I mean, it's definitely not slowly wearing at my patience how annoying it looks. That'll get some of the dwarves doing things for a second. Back up top. Where are my walls? All right, I can't do any more of that. Actually, I can't. Build construction wall. We got one more row over here. The room to the right is nearly finished. So we won't have to worry about cave-ins punching through over here. And how is the draining going to the southeast again? Fantastic. Build construction wall. Start filling this in before it rains. Just a little bit, not too much. Down here, build construction wall. And then once we get these holes filled in, we will revert back to turning the entirety of the map into a parking lot, except for our designated tree exclusion zone where we allow them to grow in case we need wood. But that only lasts so long before I tire of the wood and we get rid of them as well. Can they have a preference? Like, they have a preference, but you'd think that they would put on clothing regardless of their preference. But yeah, no, maybe they're doing some weird glitchy thing. We're like, no, I need a skirt. I need my dress. I refuse to do things without them. Like, maybe they're doing that. I don't know. All right, where's my siege dude? Siege NG. Who built the thing if I don't have a siege NG? Do I really not have a siege NG? Profession. Game's still moving. All right, game's still moving. Hold on. Collapse all. Or, sorry, Ninja Siege. I do have an Ninja Siege. Who's my... Bob on a Cob. Bob on a Cob, what are you doing? Bob, that doesn't really take priority right now. Like, really? What are you even building right now? Where are you going? Oh, that one. Come on. World's worst Ninja Siege. All right, now we need to move the wood pile to make more sense up top. Those are our carpenters. Why did I build 3 carpenters? One in the back could have been a crafts dwarf. We're gonna remove the one in the back. P wood. No, I don't like that one at all. Wait, yes I do. What the hell am I talking about? I've gone stupid. Build construction, track stop, dump to the north, made out of andesite blocks. Where are you? Andesite blocks. There we go. And like I said, we'll move our wood thing up top and we'll be fine. Matter of fact, first of all, make sure there's no bins. None of this even begins to mention a bin. Good. PX. Get rid of this. You are free to move that up. I don't want it where it is now. Start getting them off this thing in the middle. What? Did they die? Who died? Let the were-dwarves... No! Wait, what? Who died? And why? No, I'm not letting were-dwarves out. They need to die. The were-dwarves need to die. What is this one? Okay, that is the refuse guy. Yeah, see, that's got to get moved. Then I have whatever the hell's going on here. Like, I have too many barrels. I want to get rid of these barrels. I don't even care about barrels. All right. Military dwarves, though, they're getting their train on. They are getting their... Look at them. Look at them all blue and legendary. Oh, my God, they're going to wreck. They are going to riggedy wreck the enemy. All right, if I collapse all and we look at the hail handles... Hold on. Let's see what they show for military skills. We'll do a reread. Collapse all. The hail handles are the ones getting their major train. Look at these. Look at this. Legendary +1. Legendary +1. Lasher. Who are you? Military wrestle. You should not be called military wrestle. You should be called a military whip. That's what you should be called. Since you're using a whip anyways. What is this guy? This guy's apparently been using a spear. What do you count as? Military spear. All right, you're matching. Look, Oh my god, fighter legendary, discipline legendary. Oh my god, they're going to kick some ass, except for, man, do they not have any clue how to wear boots. Just no clue. Boots are hard. Boots are a difficult concept. I have not yet sent a group rating. They don't have quite good gear yet. Like, they've got good weapons, but their armor is not the best. That's one of the reasons why I was trying to get the metal things switched over. If I look at what he has right now, while he does have a silver whip and will obliterate people, steel breastplate, good, good. Steel shield, steel helm, good, good. Bronze left gauntlet. Bismuth bronze left boot. Bronze greaves and bronze right, like, it's not the best. Nico the Nya, the were-dwarves will not in fact starve. Every month, it would normally work against them because hunger and thirst work like an injury. So every month when they transform and they get healed, they don't. Zeradil. Boots are difficult. I'm sorry, I gotta tweak that audio. It's supposed to read that. It was reading it before. Because they get healed, they lose all the hunger and thirst. So the only way for me to maybe have them kind of go a bit like off is if they go crazy, like they have a mood or something, they give into depression and actually go crazy. But in their nature being in the wall, they're not likely to go crazy because they kind of reset like every month. So it's a bit of a pain. Yes, dominate. I've got a bunch of steel, iron, and other things purely to be doing the smelting. Like I said, I got the stone out of the way so I can develop the metal area. Also, again, notice they have bins because they're my friends. This is why I'm trying to revamp some of these things so I can have a dedicated, this is the metal area, let's get this going. I can't tell what I have in a bunch of these things because this stuff's in the wrong location half the time. So I'm clearing out this top floor of the stupid shit. Trying to get rid of bins. So you notice, like, as I do these, even though we're only dumping the cloth, when the bin is empty, they are moving it somewhere. So at some point I will have to deal with these more. But for now, I just want them off the things I'm directly dealing with. Particularly like this bin that has 90 million cloth. I don't want this. Because bins cause the glitch where if somebody wants one thing from it, they won't grab the rest. Whereas the quantum stockpile, because they're grabbing the items individually, you don't have to deal with that issue. It just frees up the dwarves and there's no conflict of interest with claiming. Hey, Zeradil. Currently on a 3-month streak. Yeah, I'm going to... I like the graphic. I've got to tweak my voice changer and I want to come up with like actual announcements and or get it to read its own damn thing. Read out what you've typed. Like I said, right now the big thing is I've rebranded. Now I've got to outside of the stream, I got to work on that now. The YouTube, the Twitter, the Discord, and of course Twitch are all now set over to RN Strategy. How can one bin hold 9 million cloth? Because it is a bin of the gods, except for it was made by the gods of a pain in my ass. That's how. Because I am not allowed to have a good time. The real question is, why do I have bins over here with ropes, and bags, and crutches, and ropes, and bags, and ropes, and crutches, and barrels? Like, after the very beginning, I stopped doing barrels. So why do I have so many effing barrels? Alright, did this get hooked up? I believe it did. So, build construction wall. I just want to test something. And the site block. I'm going to build a wall there and then tell a dwarf to man this. I want to see if we can get the water out. See that? See, this is the issue. Even pulling all the water out, not all of it's going to go up there. So you always lose some of this water to evaporation. I'm going to have to redo that entire room. Like maybe make the room smaller. Something. Maybe. Like I said, I just got a little meeting area and then occasionally, like if there's a dwarf on, really, I did bad. I did so effing bad. This shouldn't be hooked up to water. This should be down here and hooked up to, if a dwarf stands on it, dump them with water. Down here should be one that says if there's water, pump it back up. That's what it should have been. I have screwed up this entire kit and caboodle. It's very, very wrong. We'll pump the water up now though. I want to test the idea. Start pump manually. Somebody come down here and pump that water. That's how you pump water, if you didn't know. Such a pain that they stopped allowing the screw pumps to like let people get beefy. Such a pain. Need to start a protest movement. Hashtag let my dwarf get beefy. We demand the beefy dwarves. I can't do much more with that over there. How did this go? This is filling pretty damn well, if I do say so myself. This, I want to get these ones filled real quick before I pop into the next one, just so it's a bit smoother. But I mean, really, no, I should probably just pop the water now and just get it drained and done with. I'm just worried that we'll have to deal with flooding when it rains. See, and then there's bolts down here that keep getting forbidden. Like, who is shooting these bolts and why? I think the rebrand's a good decision. Sounds dope, but I have a heart. That right there, Zerdal, is exactly my point. I have misspelled it phonetically incorrectly a couple times. And if I can't do it, then how am I supposed to expect you guys to do it? If I can't expect you guys to do it, how the hell is some new guy going to do it? Miko Danya, I'm slowly draining out all of the murky pawns on the map because I want to cover them with a floor and make this all count as no trees so that my catapults have clear rows to kill the enemy when they show up on the map. But the problem is, for some reason, if they hit it over a hole, it sometimes glitches through, and I'm paranoid that at some point it's going to damage the floor. It might not, but we've had glitches before involving fake cave-ins. All hail the air poof, after all. So I'm popping the water, letting it flood into this massive tunnel, literally to just evaporate. These are evaporation tunnels, so I can go back in and refill it with wall, since walls don't have to deal with shit punching through them when it's falling from above. So I'm gonna do that grouping of 4 walls. That'll be the last one for there. I'm gonna pop this, let that water drain, including that. We'll pop this, let that water drain, and then we'll pop up to that. We'll pop all this water, and then starting from the sides of this, I'll start trimming it down to like a 1 or 2 wide hall, and we'll start building the wall back until all we have is like the entire map is done like 2 holes. So we don't have to worry about any of this nonsense anymore. Oh, you don't remember that? Or I don't know if you were here around that time. We had another base. It's on the YouTube archive channel, but there is a base. It's where the air poof joke came from. Is we were having cave-ins from nothing. Like nothing would cave in on nothing, and the nothingness would cave in so hard and punch through other nothingness to such a velocity that if it hit a floor, it was punching holes through it like a stone was caving in, even though it was nothing. And my map was riddled with cave-ins. Now, we've seen glitches where things like bolts or my catapult stones, if they hit the floor, end up below it. They didn't punch through, they did do like a quantum superposition thing where they were just below it. So I'm worried that in the long run, that's going to cause an actual cave-in event at some point, and I don't want there to be a hole. Like, even though this isn't even connected to the base right now, I don't want there to be a hole down below. Also, this allows me to get any of the wood that had fallen in here previously from cutting the trees. Slight side thing, but I'd be remiss if I didn't admit that it was part of this. construction wall. So anything up here has to slowly be filled in with walls. Also, filling it in means no one can possibly walk through it, so I don't have to worry about that anymore for pathfinding. Now, what has happened down here? The stones look like they've been mostly handled. The stones have been handled well. The cloth has been emptied out, and we're no longer getting bins. Like, they're not taking the bins away, so I can start dumping some of these bins. Which is good. These I have to still go down manually. But this is the last bin like this, so I'm fine with this. Last bin with cloth in it. Why is there so much, though? Yeah, the quantum bolts. The quantum, because it doesn't make sense. Nobody was down there. Nothing happened down there, and yet there's bolts down there. And they're not recent bolts either. Holy crap, how many cloth is in this one bin? It's the last bin I have to do this to, but please stop having more. Jesus. Whatever. That's enough for now. Claim more of these so that they can get moved to where they need to be. And then, problem is the cloth stockpile for doing this is just this one row. So they can only bring down like 8 or 10 at a time. That one was on me, but I can't fix that now. As opposed to ban on certain, I don't care. Is this game riddled with bugs? On one hand, I want to say that with the loudest of yeses, but on the other hand, wouldn't necessarily call them bugs so much as errors of development. The game is built upon a series of systems. So it's the interaction between systems that sometimes interact weirdly. All right, so the wood, where was the wood one? Get rid of the old wood stop, or can I redefine where you are? Yeah, see, I don't think I can. I'm going to remove this stop, and we're going to create a new wood stop here. Get rid of all these, connect to there, and you take, surprise, wood. Now you need a vehicle, that vehicle, and you dump to the north. You do dump to the north. So that'll get rid of all that. Was there a stockpile, a track stop down here? It looks like there was. Get rid of you. Not necessarily you yet. The game is filled with the quantum mechanics. It is. Alright. We have water coming through. I need to start getting the metal correct. So, big idea on metal. I need to move these over to the west. Metalsmith, smelter, wood furnace. Wood furnace needs to go up top of the wood. So you are not down here. You, or I should say down with the wood. So one of these was a carpenter, getting rid of you. Build, workshop, not mechanic, craftsdwarf. Craftsdwarf will go there. To the right will be the wood furnace. So we can turn the wood into charcoal. And then that will be everything off of the wood as needed. Spin up dwarf and spin down dwarf and charm dwarf, glue on dwarf. Well, see, really, I find that it's all the quirky dwarves that get me. You know, top, bottom dwarf, high, low dwarf. Was it strange and charmed? What is it? It's top, bottom, up and down, strange and charmed? Or what are the 6 quirks? Hold on. It's yeah, but what are the 6 quirks? I don't care what a quirk is. Up, down, strange, charm, bottom, and top. I was right. There are 6 flavors of dwarves. My quirk tastes like strawberry. So yeah, we've got squad 1, our military melee guys. They're pretty beefy. They're legendary. They're good with their weapons. But still, at this point, there's a good chance that maybe they get bit in the head by like a dog shucking about and their neck snaps. Like, we need to make sure they're really good. Dwarf Fortress, it does. I had a joke, it's gone now. It's gone. It's gone. It's going to be bad though, whatever it was. Furnace. Alright. Build furnace, wood furnace. And you can be built with andesite blocks. There you go. Alright, so that's the wood furnace moved down. Up here, we need a couple things. We need bar blocks. No. Before that, smelter, metalsmith. Is there something else I need with metal? Smelter and metalsmith. I don't think so. So I'm going to remove the metalsmith and the smelters. Build furnace. Smelter will be off the middle line to the south. Nope, it's going to be off the middle line to the north. Smelter will be built out of an andesite block, just like everyone else. And then we need weaponsmith. Where's weaponsmith? We'll have him to the south. And now I'm forgetting where the fuck my smith is. Weapon rack. No. Workshop. Done. No wonder I wasn't seeing it. Workshop metalsmith. And we'll put him down below. We will give him an iron anvil. Blind in real life with a 43 host. Holy shit! Man your battle stations! Grab your enchanted swords! Let none survive! Everyone brace yourselves! Raise the drawbridge! Fight off thine enemies for all dwarven kind! Wait. Oh God! They've wounded me! You can see right through me! They're so accurate with the bolt! I can't fight them off! Guys, defend them in my steed! Dwarf down! Dwarf down! I'm losing my headset! Hello, everybody from Blind IRL. Blind IRL, what were you doing? That's not how you do a shout out. Shout out Blind IRL. Blind IRL was was doing Dwarf Fortress content. Well, guys, turns out you guys might like Dwarf Fortress. Welcome to Dwarf Fortress. If you wish to be dwarfed, all you have to do is type in !dwarf, DWARF, or !dwarf, DORF. I'll roll a random number generator and it'll get you in the game. In future streams, type in the same command, it'll whisper you whether or not you're alive or dead. Right now, I'm trying to redesign the base, but I'll give you guys a tour in a second. Give me a sec. Because now my thing is not working. There we go. Can I not use andesite? Andesite blocks. Your shirt ruins the sword art? What? What are you talking about? My shirt does fine. Are you talking about the background? My actual background ruins the sword art? I've got to get one that has more stuff going on in the background. And who was it? Someone followed. I'm so sorry. Who was it that followed? Animal 104. Thank you so much for following Animal 104. And also, if anybody wishes to be part of this, there's the Discord. But yes, no. So you can kind of see it in our vision. What we have done here, what we are doing, we've been doing this base for a while. We have dug a massive circle into the ground. A massive honking circle. We drained and redirected a river so that we could create a water moat with it, which we have also turned into a controllable mist generator for future purposes. We have it double back for our fishing hut, And we also made sure that we cannot get invaded aquatically, because right here the water goes down and back up via a floor grate. The 2 high walls with the overhang prevents enemies from getting in via land, and I have set up the floor hatches in such a way. The top of this has a little flat admittedly, but a bit of a mushroom shape. We have to go up to get in to make sure that we can't be invaded aerially either, other than if I don't get the front gate up in time. The idea being that if I can get this perfect, we are on a small map. It only takes 7 days to get the southeastern portion of the world. And most of the goblins and necro towers are right near my base. I'm over here, necro tower is here, goblins are here. I want the base to be unsiegeable, unimpregnable, and I'm forgetting the word right now. And we're going to send our dwarves out at some point and invade the world and actually conquer a world for all dwarven kind. We do have the king here already. We are the mountain home, King Cyrilak. He keeps making demands that I can't really follow through on right now. No, that's blind. Hey, you want to do a host? Feel free. I'm not going to complain. I woke up today with the idea of a miasma gastromer. Shouldn't that miasma gastromer? Oh, miasma gas chamber. Actually, no, not really. That should be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. All you have to do is build a refuse wherever your meeting hall is. Follower Foos, thank you so much for the follow, Foos. And as I said earlier, if you wish to be a dwarf, all you have to do is type in a command. So right now, what we're doing is we're just reorganizing the central column, because we're digging out all the ground and reconstructing the base in the null space that it's revealing, so that everything counts as above ground, even though it's not outside, preventing our dwarves from developing cave adaptation. There are a few areas where they're underground, but they go outside as well often enough that it shouldn't be an issue. So I just want to make sure that my military dwarves should not ever fully have cave adaptation, because I don't want to send them out with any debuff whatsoever. I want to send them out with steel, fully trained. We've got them up to legendary in their respective skills. We have whip dwarves with silver whips. We got steel swords, silver hammers, and silver, not mallet, but something else. We're trying to get them like buffed up as much as they can be before we send them out into the wide world to invade our enemies. I was thinking a room with dead corpses and a floodgate to another room. All I never deal, like, it's so weird. Like, you're saying dead corpses, it could be like apart. Just have like feet. Have a room of stinky, rotting feet. And like, you only need one. Like, do one in every corner. Like, they'll trigger eventually. They'll just keep filling up miasma. Why you would do this, I don't know. And then also, off of for the structure of the tower, the 4 lateral towers, north, south, west, and east, will, the east one has a hospital, for instance. We'll have the primary things. We're going to have 4 more to the northwest, northeast, southwest, and southeast. That's what we're going to have the water flow through for the mist generation. And of course, if any of you have any questions, feel free to ask. I have no qualms asking questions. Worst case scenario, you ask a question about something I didn't even consider, and we incorporate it into the design. Feel free to participate. Room and a floodgate to another room. Floodgate though. Why a floodgate? Just create a door and lock it. Like, this is to do your dwarves, right? Or are you trying to gas the enemy? What are you trying to gas with this miasma gas chamber? Hold up. What are you trying to gas? Alright. So I need to create a stone stockpile and a metal one. The stone one for the metal ores, the bar one for the actual metalsmith's forge. Which tells me I might have not needed to put these two together. I could have had these on 2 different areas so I could see what I had going on. I might want to do that. As a matter of fact, I am going to do that. We're going to take the metalsmith and we're going to deconstruct the smelter. I want to split these 2 up just so I can see what we have going on. So build, workshop, metalsmith will be to the north. Get this centered. Metalsmith will be to the north. I guess we'll build it with a steel anvil, and we will use and a site block. Alright, and then once they're redone, I'll put the smelter to the west. We'll use a quantum for each, and that way I can see when I have the smelter No. I remember, no, I did this correct the first time. They need to be mixed. It's annoying, but they need to be mixed because that bar block stockpile is also going to be holding the fuel. And I need the fuel for both of them. Might be easier if I had 2 different stockpiles, though. One in the middle could have... I need to do 3 stockpiles. That's what I need to do. I need 3 stockpiles. So, we're going to do a bar block stockpile in the middle. That was incorrect. Bar block stockpile in the middle. Which one of these is my smelter? Smelter's on top. We're going to do a bar block on the southern portion. And we only need a stone one for the northern portion. PS. Now, if I bring you to down here, you are 3. Bring you out like so. If I do you here, that covers the ones in the middle. You are also 3. Except I made you out of stone, not bar block like I was supposed to. And then the one down here is also bar block. Boom. And then we'll just build in 3, count them, 3 track stops that all dump to the west. Made out of andesite blocks. Can I... Hold on, can I was thinking, can I open locked doors with levers? I was planning the gas elves and gobos wouldn't want to go in and open the door if the room is filled with either. Zerodil, what I'm saying is, if it's just a door, you can just hit L and lock it. Hold on. Let me get an andesite. Let me build these real quick. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Like, yes, if you hook up a door to it, then hook up a lever to it, you can control it with a lever. It's not necessary though for what you are trying to do. If you just go to any old door, as long as you remember to do it, it's the same as ordering up a lever. You just hit L. You just lock it. Once it's forbidden, it's forbidden. You don't need a lever. And that doesn't require a dwarf to do it either. Whereas if you do it the lever way, it might be open and it might look clear, and then you see miasma, so you say lock the door, but then a dwarf might walk in, then the dwarf pulls a lever and lock a dwarf in with the miasma. So then you have to do the lever again, and that takes a while. Whereas if you're trying to do this and you want to be reactive, you're probably going to want to do it that way, where you just hit L to lock your door. Yeah, Sulok, I did a rebranding. Even I couldn't type my own name correctly all the time. If nothing else, it was too long. So rebranded it to something that's easy for anybody, if you hear it, to kind of maybe spell the first time. It's basically strategy and RNG. RN strategy. Like, really, that's it. I figured that would be easier for you guys, me, everyone else to remember and spell and read first time. If I raid someone or I host someone or I say something in their chat and they're trying to figure out what my name is, nobody's going to really remember the name they can't pronounce. Foos took me up on my offer to get Dwarf. Hold on, Foos. Let me see. You have rolled a number 2 as nickname. And we'll do a reread just to make sure. Take that up. Foos, Dwarf number 2 is our bookkeeper. Congratulations, Foos. F00Z. Make sure to use the right letters. The alphanumeric characters. And if you give me a bit, I will come back to that one and give you a description if you so want. If you want. Not everyone really cares that much about their descriptions. But if you so want, I will come back and give you your description. Did I dwarf steal Sulok's dwarf? What? Did I? No. Yeah. I had collapsed it under nickname. I had collapsed it all and then opened up no nickname. You're good. We're good on that. Let me bring this back to profession. Some typed the command too. Wasn't sure if the bot was responding to mine or his. Oh, no. So if you type in the command right now, if your dwarf is still alive, like right now, your dwarf is alive. If you type in the command and your dwarf is still alive, it won't do an alert. It won't do a sound. It'll whisper you that your dwarf is still alive. It's the same command. You come in, you type in the command. If your dwarf happened to die, it'll do an alert so I know you need to be dwarfed again, and I can tell you how you died. If your dwarf is still alive, it just lets you know, hey, your dwarf is still alive. I didn't turn off bins. After all of that, I didn't turn off bins. Alright, I made a mistake. These aren't even set to what I want them to be anyways. Alright, I just took all those out. PB. One massive bar block over here. Get everything over there, because I need to figure out what the hell I'm doing. Everything goes over there. And Delithia took me up on my offer as well. Delithia. And like I said, if you wish, you can ask for me to do your description, and I will give you a brief overview of what your character is like. You have rolled dwarf number 9. Let me do a reread just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right now you are... Oh, you're a dire builder. That means you're our metalsmith. You are one of our metalsmiths. Doc Shumac with the 8th resub. What happened to the Airmill Beeblebrox? Exactly that, Doc Shumac. Exactly that. When you have a name that's so long that people might as well treat it like it's Benedict Cumberbatch's name, you probably made a mistake. You have probably made a mistake in the telling. So, on Discord, Twitter, YouTube, everything, I rebranded it to something that kind of more aligns with the type of games I'm interested in, as well as rolls off the tongue easier and is easier to tell folks. For all the new viewers who have never seen my old name, this is my first stream with this new handle, where I am RN Strategy. Previously, my full handle was Aramil Xylosient. You are all free to, in chat, try to spell that with what I just said. Anyone from before is not allowed to. That's cheating. Don't tell them. But anyone else is allowed. You're free to try to guess how that's spelled. Because nobody could pronounce it and nobody could spell it. Even I misspelled it a few times. So it is now RN Strategy. For we all pray to RN Jesus and we do the strategy. Kicked ass in a game of Scrabble, though. Aramil's Lucian. Yeah, no, it did not roll off the tongue well. It sounded fancy, though. We're gonna wait for all the dwarves to move all the bins, bars, and blocks. I'm gonna create even more because I got rid of the other ones. Now it's just on the way. All of this stockpile is supposed to be going away. I'm just making one so that they can all be stored so I can start moving them. Why? Pint-sized Phoenix has been possessed. Let us see where our friend Pint-size go. So also, in case anyone gets confused, whenever we look at people's jobs or we look at my dwarf therapist, to make sure that I've guaranteed I've read all the dwarves when they come in or are born, I've come up with a custom profession name for everything, even if it's a job where I didn't change the job. I've come up with a custom profession name for it just so I know whether or not it's a generic dwarf or one I processed. Nice! A carpenter's workshop. Admittedly, Pint-size is not going to get a skill boost out of this, but a carpenter, that means she's going to build something actually useful and not just another freaking bangle or an earring or some nonsense. So this is going to work great. Aramel, see, Animal 104, you're close. You're close. So this is the name as it was previously. You're close. You're doing it phonetically, basically. Aramil Xylophone. Aramil Xylosient. Not an easy thing to spell, and it wasn't working. It just was not working. Alright, so, I'm gonna try this again. I need to create a bar block. There. 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 And there. first things first. No bins! No one wants bins here. Bins are the way of the devil. No bins. Second of all, bar block in the middle gets the fuel. That's it. That's all its job is to have bar of fuel. Not even ash, pearl ash, or soap, just coal. Just coal. That's it. I just want fuel. That's all I care about in you. And the one to the west, you are the same thing. You are only allowed to have fuel. That is your goal in life. The guy to the south, you only get bars of metal. So none of the rest of this nonsense. Bars of metal, that's what you get. The one to you, also just bars of metal. Alright, with that being done and said, if I now purge all of this, all the doors will get angry and busy again, but things should now get moved where they need to be, and then I can make the hauling jobs. Yeah, definitely a pharmaceutical, not a Pokemon or ancient historian. Hold on, I missed this. Ask your doctor if Aramil lotion is right for you. Do not take Aramil lotion if you have had any of the following conditions: runny nose, bloody nose, a heart attack, an uncontrollable sensation of laughter. Aramil lotion it. Yeah. That name was first done when I was a viewer on Twitch. So that wasn't necessarily initially designed, and since I was already my account, I designed everything off of that, and it wasn't a smart thing to do. It just really wasn't. All right, if we change our hauling routes now, we need a getting rid of. Okay, so I have a lot of routes now, so I'm gonna get rid of you, just the entire route. Cloth, clothing, weapons, armor. My pot ones, other stone is up top. Stone block and andesite. So yeah, I need all new hauling routes for these. All right, so new route. New route the first. Metal ores. The metal ore route. New stop here. Get rid of all of this. Stockpile from you, and what you will take is stones that are metal ores. The one that's a metal one should also get. I'm gonna change that stone route. We're gonna move all of the flux stone down here, but that's for a different day. Not for a different day, but that's not for this one. Yep, take from that. That is all you do, and then you get a vehicle. Boom, vehicle. This you dump to the west. You do. Fantastic. Warning. Aramil lotion has known side effects. Consult your physician if you experience any of the following: sausage fingers, anal seepage, the itis, death. The itis. Not even like something is swollen, just the swelling. The itis. You see, unique name. You gotta decide if it's a pharma, Pokemon, or ancient historian. The itis, though? That's what I cause in people, the itis. You're so mean, the itis. All right, hold on. Bars and blocks we did, but we also got to enable stone here, purely for the flux stone. Limestone, dolomite, chalk, marble. Limestone, dolomite, chalk, marble. Was there not another one? I'm guessing no. Limestone, dolomite, chalk, and marble. Chalk and marble, not chalk. Chalk and marble. And the one back here will also enable the same thing. Limestone, dolomite, chalk, and marble. So if I go upstairs to where we had the other stone route, and by upstairs I mean downstairs, we will now make sure to take off limestone, dolomite, chalk, and marble. You, dolomite, chalk, and marble. Lignite and bituminous coal. I'm going to leave that alone for now.